Akoko Nkatenkwan Akoko. Which is which? Welcome to this channel where I share with you how to make simple Ghanaian and intercontinental recipes. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every Monday and Thursday. Now, to start with this recipe or to start with this peanut butter soup, we would need some few ingredients. And I must say that this video has been inspired by Sianorkie, and I'm going to leave her link down in the description where she made this groundnut soup. Yes, she made I think chicken groundnut soup, and her method she used in making it was quite different from the one that I know. So I thought it's wise to try my hands on, and since that day, it has become one of my favorite way of making groundnut soup or peanut butter soup. So in the blender, I'm adding in some ginger, some garlic, onion, and then some basil. Now I'll go ahead and add in some spices, and I added in some caraway seeds and some all-purpose seasoning. Now I'll go ahead and add in some water and then blend it nicely. After blending the ingredients, I put it aside and then go ahead with the other vegetables that I'll be using. Now this is spring onions, and I'll cut it into pieces, and then I have washed all the vegetables that I'm using, so make sure to wash yours when you are doing it. I'm cutting the carrots into smaller pieces. So these vegetables are added into a bowl, or you can put it in a pan because this is going into the oven. So make sure to use an oven proof pan, or bowl or something like that. And I'm cutting the tomato into two. I'm adding in some paprika and then some onions. I will then put this inside the oven to is a bake for some time, probably for like 15 minutes, depending on the temperature of your oven. Now in here, I'm adding in the blended ingredients that I blended in the beginning. That's the onion, garlic, ginger, and stuff. You remember, right? Now I added in some salt. I'm gonna give it a good stir and then cover it for it to start cooking. While the chicken is on fire, you need to boil your peanut butter. Now in the blender, I'm adding in some peanut butter. If you have time and you have, your hand is very strong, you can use your hand in mixing the peanut butter. And I'm adding in some tomato puree. You can use tin tomato in doing it. I added in some water and then blend it very well. I told you in my previous video, that's my groundnut video with the turkey, that this process is for, lazy chaps like I don't have to repeat myself. So transfer the peanuts onto your fire and allow it to boil, but make sure to be stirring it occasionally. Now I'm checking up on the chicken and I'll give it a stir, and the aroma of it, oh heavens, oh heavens, oh heavens, heavens, heavens. Now I'm gonna cover it, and then you see how it's stressful. You and I know that cooking peanut butter like this, and yeah. So those are the vegetables that I put in the blender, and it's been like 12 minutes or so. So I'll let it cool down a little and then add water to it and blend them very well. Now I strained it because sometimes our blenders, well, unless you have a good blender. Yes, I do have a Ninja blender. It is somehow good, but then my mind will settle when I strain it. So I'm adding it to the chicken, and oh, it's like making chicken light soup, right? See how beautiful it is. Are you new to this channel? Welcome, yummy. Taste for salt, and make sure to subscribe to this channel if you are not. Add in more salt if needed, and then by now your groundnut should be cooled down very well. add it to the light soup you have made and give it a stir. Oh, Anyemi, see how beautiful it is. Why aren't you subscribed to this channel? Make sure to subscribe because we have a lot of good stuff coming to you. When you are done watching this video, make sure to share it out because someone out there might need it. And make sure to watch Sianorkie's video. I'm going to leave it down in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are not done yet. Now at this point, everything is done and you can see the oil has really settled up. But then you need to cook the peanut soup very well. Now I'm adding in some pepper because I totally forgot to add pepper. But it is fine because baby Clarissa will be eating some of this peanut butter. But at the end, it came out really hot when I added the pepper like this. So now I'm adding in some tilapia. This is the one that I made here and some baked fishes. Now I have a video on it. I'll leave it down in the description so you know how I made it. I'll taste for salt and then leave it on fire to boil nicely. See how beautiful it is. Oh, I really enjoyed that soup. And guess what? And I enjoyed it with a mutsu. Yes. And the mutsu too, next week, God willing, I am going to be bringing it to you. But if you are watching this video late, kindly check the description because definitely I'm going to link it down there. So at this point, you taste for salt and then when the oil settles on top nicely like this, you serve yourself and make sure to watch my other videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to see you in my next video, but before I leave you, always remember to do everything in love. And don't forget that the best place to eat is where the chef loves to eat. Cheers!